Okay. Well, you know.
Okay. Well, I haven't been over there, Walgreens. Do I look like somebody that needs money?
You fit the perfect description of what they told
us.
A
black male with dread?
That's correct.
Exactly. A black male with dread.
That's correct.
That's the description that every criminal, isn't it?
A police officer was exposed for blatant racial profiling when he approached a black man who was simply relaxing outside a store, using the flimsy excuse that he matched the description of someone panhandling. There was no evidence, no specific accusation, just a prejudiced assumption and the all-too-familiar abuse of power. But this time, things didn't go as planned. The man, knowing his rights, calm and sharp, immediately started recording and firmly stood up for himself. Despite being repeatedly questioned, threatened, and pressured, the man stood his ground. He refused to be deceived by the officer's familiar tactics, and every response he gave was like a slap in the face to their arrogant, discriminatory behavior. Watch how he flips the script, exposes the hypocrisy, and crushes the officer's arrogant ego right on the spot.
Chicks for money over at CVS. I work for Stevens Transportation. I'm waiting on my shuttle to come pick me up. I've already called my job and asked them to come get me. I have money in my pocket. I don't need to ask anybody for anything.
Okay.
If you
were you over there or no?
Over where? I've been sitting out. You can go ask the guy that's in there. I've been sitting out here ever since.
So you weren't sitting at Walgreens?
Sitting at Walgreens doing what?
Were you at Walgreens?
No, I wasn't.
You were never
so no, you can get back in your car and leave. No, I wasn't.
Let me see your ID real quick.
For what?
Because you are being lawfully detained currently. So I can
for what? What am I being lawfully detained for? Have I committed a crime?
So you've been asked to identify yourself because...
Why? Is this a show state? Do I have to show my ID in this state? I'm not operating a motor vehicle, so why do I have to show my ID?
First of all, I'm going to fix your ticket for smoking within 50 feet of this building. You understand? It's too late for
okay, well, write me a ticket then. Write me a ticket. So you looking for something to arrest me for?
Let me see your ID, and we'll go.
So this is harassment because you're harassing me. You're harassing me. You asked me a question, I'm giving you an answer.
Say it again?
You asked me a question, so I'm giving you an answer. What's your name, officer?
Officer Scott.
Officer Scott. So why are you asking me? I told you asked me if I was over there, I told you no. So that's the end of the conversation.
Okay, no it's not.
Okay, well go in there and ask the guy that works in there how long I've been sitting in front of this store.
When did you get here? How long have you been here?
Where's my receipt? Is it okay if I reach for my stuff? Okay. Make sure I got this on video so that you can know how long I've actually been sitting out here. I went and got my prescription from out of here. This is where I've been at, and I've been waiting on my job. Would you like to see my call log?
No,
so you can see that I called?
Let me see this. What time did you get here?
I don't know. You can ask the people that's been in there. Let me see if I can find my receipt so that you can stop harassing me for no reason.
Man, I'm not harassing you, man.
Yeah, you are harassing me. You asked me a question, I gave you an answer, so that should have been the end of the conversation.
Okay, well, you're smoking within 50 feet of the building.
Okay, it's 50 because you're being pressed because I got smart with you and you're upset.
Okay, well, why don't you just cooperate? Let me see your ID and I'll get out of here.
Because I don't have to show you my ID because this is not a no-show ID state.
It doesn't matter. When you're committing a criminal offense.
It's a no-show ID state.
When you're committing a criminal offense and smoking
that's not what you originally stopped me for. You stopped me because you asked me about a harassment. This is what time I got here. Look at the receipt.
Let's see.
So now you're just harassing me for no reason.
So you've been sitting here
because you asked me about Walgreens. I never even been over there. What did they tell you? Yes.
Just cooperate. I promise you, I'm not trying to do anything. I'm not even trying to write you a ticket.
I'm frustrated because I've been sitting out here 2 hours waiting on my job to send a shuttle out here for me. I'm tired. I just got in an accident with my 18-wheeler that flipped over.
Down off the hotel in
Stevens Transport. Yes, that's where they keep me at.
All right. I'm not trying to jam you up, dude. All I'm trying to do is do my job.
I feel harassed and I'm tired.
Okay.
I've been sitting out here for 2 hours sitting here waiting.
Okay. Well, you know.
Okay. Well, I haven't been over there, Walgreens. Do I look like somebody that needs money?
You fit the perfect description of what they told us.
A black male with dread?
That's correct.
Exactly. A black male with dread.
That's correct.
That's a description that every criminal is, isn't it? That's a description that every criminal is.
That's what the clerk over there at CVS told us.
It's bullshit.
Well, it may be, but that's
it's a bunch of bullshit, and then that's not enough to come over here and harass me about bullshit.
That's plenty for me to come over here and talk to you.
That's bullshit, man. You know how many times I get stopped for being a black male with dread? I just fucking cut my hair off all the fucking time.
Well,
and
that's not
racist
my problem.
as
I've never talked to you before.
That's racist as shit. Every fucking cop that stops me is white and looks just like you, so probably so.
Have I ever spoken to you before?
Probably so.
Where are you from?
DC. I'm not from here.
Okay.
I'm a truck driver.
Okay, that's fine. So you're not from here, so you've never spoken to me before.
No.
So I'm not harassing you.
Okay, it's harassing me because now you want to write me a ticket for being 50 feet within the front. That's not what you stopped me for. But I don't have to show you my ID.
Okay, well, now that you're committing a criminal offense, you do.
Oh my God.
And if you like to do that,
oh my God.
go that route.
Okay, you want to see that? You want to see failure to identify for what? Now you being just pressed for no fucking reason.
I don't really appreciate your language. Have I cussed you, Red?
I'm a grown-ass man, so freedom of speech. I can say whatever the fuck I want to say.
Okay, well, if it offends somebody walking out of the door, then we got to...
Well, nobody's complaining. You gonna ask somebody if they're offended and then turn into... You escalating shit for no fucking reason.
Do you have your ID on you? And
Can I get to it? Can I get to it?
For 5 minutes. You're not
okay, I got a lot of shit in my pocket. Would you like to search me and see if I got any drugs on me? Okay then, this is my ID. Here you go. Look at it. I'm a fucking CDL driver. I'm a truck driver. I don't need nobody else's fucking money. I got money in my own fucking wallet. And I don't need to ask nobody for shit. I got fucking money. You see that? That's money. I don't need to ask nobody for shit.
I don't know how cops treated you, but I haven't
like
treated you
assholes.
Fully. Okay, well I hadn't done that. All I've done is asked to see who you are.
Okay, well I didn't have to. I don't have to. My right is to deny you. I don't have to show you my ID. Okay. I'm from DC, so I know my rights. I'm giving you my ID because you escalated into something that didn't need to be escalated to because I wouldn't do what you wanted me to do.
Okay, I hadn't escalated anything.
Yes, you did. You said, well, I'm gonna write you a ticket.
I'm not gonna argue.
Once again, we see the true face of a law enforcement system riddled with bias. The officer in the video had no concrete evidence, no valid accusation, yet still chose to approach, interrogate, threaten, and ultimately try to fabricate a reason to demand identification from a man simply because he matched a vague description, a black man with dreads. Even worse, when he couldn't find a legitimate reason, the officer tried to deflect by latching onto a minor unrelated issue, smoking near the storefront, in order to justify demanding ID. This is a familiar tactic, coercive and subtly manipulative, often used to legitimize unfair treatment of people of color under the law. Citizens in states like Texas or other no-stop and ID states are not obligated to show identification unless they are operating a vehicle, suspected of committing a crime, or are being lawfully detained. Simply smoking near a storefront, even if technically a violation, is not sufficient grounds to detain or threaten someone into handing over their ID. The man in the video not only knew his rights, but also demonstrated remarkable composure, resilience, and assertiveness. Every answer he gave was a powerful reminder that when you know the law, you can stand up to abuse of power, no matter who it comes from. This is a valuable lesson for all of us. Not everyone in uniform represents justice.